This is Project 12, Class Lesson 13. For this video, you need to complete Self-Study Lesson 12. In this lesson, you will learn to describe your typical day and hobbies in English with present simple. You will need your Track 1, Lesson 13, a pen and a working headset.
Do you know? Parts of speech. Noun – іменник, pronoun – займенник, verb – дієслово, phrasal verb – фразове дієслово, modal verb – модальне дієслово, adjective – прикметник, adverb – прислівник, дієприслівник, article – артикль, preposition – прийменник. Parts of the sentence. Subject – підмет, predicate – присудок, object – додаток, question word – питальне слово, auxiliary verb or helping verb, допоміжне дієслово, full stop – крапка, question mark – знак питання, exclamation mark – знак оклику, кома, кома. Affirmative sentence – тверджувальне речення, negative sentence – заперечне речення, question – питання. I learn English every day. Subject – predicate – object – adverb. Do I learn English every day? I do not learn English every day. Classroom language. Write down. Repeat after me. Read and repeat. Pay attention. Read out loud. Fill in the gaps. Once again. Listen. Read. Check with the keys. Pause the video. Pause. Do. Check. By yourself. Practice.
Listen and repeat. Listen to music. Read books. Go dancing. Go to the theater. Go to the cinema. Go shopping. Go parachuting. Go rollerblading. Go mountain climbing. Go for a walk. Go swimming. Go cycling. Watch TV. Cook. Go skiing. Go skating. Text friends. Sunbathe. Surf the internet. Go to concerts. And now, your turn. Hello, I am Nastya. I am a teacher. I go to work every day. I drink coffee in the morning and I don't have lunch at 12 o'clock. Do you go to work every day? Do you drink coffee in the morning? When do you have lunch? What do you drink in the morning? You work every day. Do you work every day? Do you drink coffee in the morning? You don't drink coffee. When do you have lunch? You have lunch at 12:30. What do you drink in the morning? You drink tea. So, we work every day. This is a typical action. For typical actions, we need to use the present simple tense. Affirmative. I, you, we, they, plus a verb. I drink coffee. You go to school. We live in Ukraine. They have lunch at 12. Negative. I, you, we, they, plus don't, plus a verb. I don't drink coffee. You don't go to school. We don't live in Ukraine. They don't have lunch at 12. General questions. Do plus I, you, we, they, plus a verb. Do I drink coffee? Do you go to school? Do we live in Ukraine? Do they have lunch at 12? Special questions. What, why, where, when, plus do, plus I, you, we, they, plus a verb. What do I drink in the morning? Why do you go to school? Where do we live? When do they have lunch at 12? Pay attention. These rules don't work with the verb to be. Verb to be is an exception. Task 3. Listen to Dr. Goodell. Fill in the gaps about her typical day in Africa and in Britain. Check with the keys.
Dr. Goodall, over here.
Dr. Goodall.
Dr. Goodall.
Dr. Goodall, please.
Dr. Goodall.
Yes, here, you, here at the front.
What is a typical day like for you when you're in Africa, Dr. Goodall?
Well, when I am in Gombe, I get up at 6:45. For breakfast, I usually have a piece of bread and a cup of coffee. Then I go and find the chimps.
What happens when you find the chimps?
I spend the day following them in the forest. It can be very tiring following the chimps, crawling through the jungle, but it's always interesting, as I never know where I'm going to go.
Do you stop for lunch?
Oh, I usually don't bother with lunch when I'm out.
What's the hardest part of the day?
I'm used to living in the jungle now. That has never been difficult for me, actually. But in the day, I normally feel most tired around 3 o'clock.
When do you stop following the chimps and go back home?
When it starts to get dark. The chimps choose a place to rest. The young ones play up in the branches. It's lovely in the sunset after a hot day. When I know they are settling down, I head for home.
How do you spend your evenings?
The Gombe evening is magical. It's dark by 7:30 p.m. I jump into Lake Tanganyika. The clear, fresh water makes all the tiredness go away. Then I cook something like beans, onions and tomatoes over an open fire.
And how about here in the UK? I guess your day must be a bit different.
Just a bit, yes. In Bournemouth, where I have a home, breakfast is at 9, which is great, because I can get 3 hours work done first. I always have many letters to write. I try to reply to them all, especially ones from children. In the morning and the afternoon, I write replies to all the letters. I have tea with my family in the late afternoon, and then go for a walk with my dog. After supper, it's back to work again.
And what about...
Dr. Goodall?
Dr.
Goodall?
Can I ask one more question?
Look at the dialogue again. Circle all the affirmative, negative sentences, and questions in present simple. Then check with the keys. Keys. Task 2. Look at the activities in the box. Write the activities in correct places in the table. Some activities can go in more than one category. Keys.
This was lesson 13. Continue to self-study lesson 14. This was brought to you by Project 12. Track 1, lesson 13. Continue to self-study lesson 14.